Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday, it's a pool video. eBay is drunk, I swear. We'll go into that. I met Shad Juice, if you know Shad from his YouTube adventures. Met him over the weekend, and I've got a mess behind me. I've got to clean it up. Give me just a minute, I'll get right back with you. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Max. I am the fast talking flipper. It's lunchtime, so Angie's inside. She's making lunch, I believe, and we are resellers. We buy locally somewhere for cheap, and we sell online, usually eBay for more. Usually buy at yard sales, estate sales. Doing a lot of Facebook Marketplace kind of stuff recently and having good success with that. And this is our journey of, you know, how that's been working for us. Been doing it a little over a year, and we're turning 6 figures in sales part-time in our journey there. So if we can do it, kind of is what our thought is. If we can do it, you can do it too. I didn't clean up between, you know, normally like I would do. I wanted to go through this stuff. I made the attempt making these rookie mistakes, and I keep doing it. And I've been making videos for almost a year now, and you would think that I would stop doing this, but I went out without batteries, and as soon as I started recording, my camera died. So I didn't get a chance. I went to a citywide yard sale on Saturday morning and had some decent finds. I had tons and tons of footage I would have had because I was there for hours and went through a million different things. Met Shad Juice. Like I said, Shad Juice ruined my eBay store. I'm going to blame him because everything was fine until I met him. But met him, and I had some great buys. You know, Detroit Red Wings shirt for $1. These bats were $2 a piece. Not a ton of money into them, or not a ton of money that's going to come out of them. I think we'll probably get 20 to 30 bucks a piece out of them. But my some of the other stuff, these anything Biore, I've had some really great luck. At an auction, I bought an unlabeled box of Biore nose strips things. I bought an unlabeled box of them. I bought a case of unlabeled box of them with 1,000 of those in a case. Or 1,000 of those in a box for $5 a case. I think for $5 a case. I came home and I listed one box on eBay, and this was years ago. I listed one box on eBay, and I listed it for like $400, thinking, that'd be funny. And it sold instantly. And I had 4 boxes in the case. I listed them all, and they all sold super, super quick. And then I come to find out that Biore test strips are like $1 a piece. So 1,000 of them for $400. I call them test strips because I'm thinking of diabetic test strips. But the Biore strips, they just like pull blackheads out of your nose. They're pretty gross. They sell for like $1 a piece, so $400 was a steal. But I got these. They were $1/4 a piece, and I think I got both bats and these guys at the same yard sale for $5. So he threw them in for $1, and that should sell for like 20 to 25. They're just some kind of cleansing things. I don't know. DeVilbiss is a good quality brand name when it comes to air tools. Like, they usually make air spray guns for cars, you know, like paint and whatnot. So when I saw this and saw it was out of their normal scope of what they do, I just bought it. It was $1. I don't think it's going to fetch a lot. It's in piss poor condition, so it'll probably bring like $20. I gave $1 for it, not a big deal. I've got more stuff. I bought a stack of games. I've listed some stuff already. Angie's listed some stuff as well. Got like a sealed Evil Dead VHS tape. Got a whole stack of video games. We did get a brand new in the box, ding, Nintendo DS Lite, which was crazy. I got it for $40, and hopefully it'll sell for around our asking price there. But my one true gamble and true score of the weekend will be, if this is what I think it is, this box of watches. Invicta is a mid-range watch brand. Not a high-end, not Breitling, not Tag Heuer, however you say that, Tag Heuer, Tag whatever. Not Breitling, not Rolex, not Movado, none of those brand names. It's less than that. You're going to look at now. Invicta does have some super high end, the diver watch. They've got some super high end watches, but for the most part, their stuff is going to be between $100 and $1,000 for a watch, which in the scope of watches, like a watch that size, a Breitling that size, your entry level Breitling is going to be $5 grand. Easily $5,000, if not more. And you'll see a lot of those sell for a ton more. If you do end up finding a Breitling, the odds are you're going to find fakes. I gave $30 for this box, and the woman said she was thinning out her auction hoard. She liked to go to auctions. This is just a fashion watch. It's nothing, but some of these are actually decent. She likes to go to auctions. She said that she thinks that she paid $12.50 per watch, and she was like, "I'm just ready to lose stuff." And she had hauled stuff out to the middle of this field, like the rest of the city had, because the citywide yard sale was mostly contained within the Civic Center, where they just lay out everybody in the field, and then you walk up and down the field. There was probably 100 different people there, and she had already hauled all this stuff out, and she said, "It's time to let it go. Make me an offer." I said, "I don't know. What are you thinking?" She said, "How about $30?" And I said, "Sold." So I risked $30 on it. I figure I'm going to spend $30 on steak in a weekend. If I throw it away, I throw it away. If not, if it's a good buy, it's a good buy. My concern was that they fake these things. In my research so far, not all these are Invictas. Some of these brand names I've never heard of. Like this one I can't read it now. Votok, maybe? I can't remember what it was. I did look it up. That's an Invicta. This one's an Invicta. But every Invicta that's in here should sell for $100 or more. Every one. This one should sell for $100 or more. I'm pretty excited about what all is in here. This is a Croton, and Croton has been around for a long time. They have some vintage watches from the 40s, 50s, and that particular watch should go for over $100. So I'm guessing that this $30 buy will sell for north of $1,000. This Invicta here should sell for $200 to $300 by itself. Now, I've got to take these in. I got to take them into a jewelry store and have batteries replaced, have some stuff done to them, because they're not working. Not all of them are working. Some of them are self-winders, that the motion of you just wearing them on your hand will continue to make them run. Most of them aren't. So we'll find out about that. But as far as yard sale stuff goes over the weekend, that's pretty much it. I did film on Friday. I didn't film on Saturday, and we didn't do anything on Sunday. My abysmal Bengals just had a terrible, terrible turnout. So that's what we've got for there. Give me just a second. I am going to clean this up. I'm going to get it put away, and I will get to our weekly sales. Okay, I am back, and you can see that the table is clean, and we are ready to go as far as pulling orders. I only had 7 orders over the weekend. This is why I'm ticked off at eBay. We sold in 2 days last week 19 orders, 12 and 7 on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and had a killer week. And we started the week was going to be killer. Then the very next day, sell 1. Then the very next day, sell 2. It was just ridiculous. The up and down that we went through with eBay this last week. We still did, I don't know, $2,000 in sales for a week of 7 days back to back to back, which I'm okay with, but it's the roller coaster ride of selling 12 on a Tuesday and then none on a Friday, or 1 on a Friday. So 7 sales going out from Friday till today for $622.44. The number amount for each sale is good, but the volume of sales is just crummy. I'm going to put you down and go get the very first one, because it's going to be a handful of stuff to go get. Okay, I am back. This item is super cool. You'll be seeing this video. It's actually being released today, where I picked these up. These are CD long boxes. If you remember back in the day, you used to buy a CD in this, and inside of here was a plastic case with the CD sitting at the top. The long plastic sleeve was at the bottom, and these were designed so that you couldn't drop a CD in your pocket. That's what they were for. They got away from that and just started going into the long plastic sleeve, which then sat in the rack there, and then they got away from that completely and started putting just CDs out on the table. That was it. But these were only around for a short amount of time, and they always got thrown away. For whatever reason, somebody kept all of their AC/DC ones, and I am completely glad they did, because that lot sold for $329.99. I was blown away to see that they were worth nearly as much as what I thought they were. I thought that was insane money. They were only listed for a week or two, and they sold real quick. I actually got a message from someone complaining that I listed them so high. They said, you have a disease and you're sick in the head and blah, 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 about what was going on, you know, asking what was going on and making fun of me and whatnot for listing them as high as I did. And I said, maybe you should do some research. Maybe you should look and see what these are worth, because I believe that they'll sell. And they did, and I'm happy for it. So, of course, you know, me being me, once they sold, I decided to send them a message to let them know that they can eat crow now because they've actually sold. So I'm happy about that one. I get to put you down again because I'm not going to try to carry this one either. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, here it is. It is a big box. It is the 20 horror VHS tapes that we picked up in Andover. These sold very quickly within hours of listing them. I knew I was listing them at a fair price. I wanted them gone. I'd rather have the space on them. I sold them for $2 a piece, $39.99. I believe, yeah, $39.99. There's 20 of them in there. I figured that was a good deal because we only paid $1 a piece for them. So I wanted to get them gone. We were going to make our money, and we already have made our money on other stuff there. Next item is G2. Do you have that over there? You do. This is an odd one. We still have to message this guy and hear from him. It is one of these testers again. We've sold plenty of these in the past, but I didn't realize that there are different ones, and this looks similar. It looks strikingly similar to the other ones that we have sold, but it is a different model number. The box is slightly smaller. Angie noticed it right away because she's handled more of them than I have intimately, like with listing them and whatnot. I didn't notice it, but we have to message this guy and see if he's going to be okay with this and find out about it, because that's it's not a cheap sale. Did you find the other ones? It says we still have 2 in stock.
I ended up listing because he didn't.
Okay.
So I think that's what happened.
Well, it says we still have 2 in stock even as of right now. Weird. Well, I guess we're going to have to figure that one out too. But that sold for $79.99 tentatively. Hopefully we keep that sale because I'd hate to lose it since we had such low sales over the weekend. Here's a hat I got from OBX Picker. A1. This should be fun to get because that's a top shelf. And I'm holding a camera and I'm short. So A1 all the way back here. I know how I got this up there and I immediately regretted it after I did it. Because I just tossed them in there. And I was like, man, tossing them in was easy. Getting them out's not going to be as easy. Vintage Top Gun hat. This is an American made, I believe. Yes, it's got a USA logo on it. Just a Top Gun hat. Bought a bunch of hats from OBX because he was having a whatnot, and they weren't terribly expensive. So I figured I'd help a brother out. It sold for, I can't see it, $14.99 plus shipping on a Top Gun hat. Nothing spectacular, but I may have total, I think I got like 8 hats for like 30-40 bucks shipped at the most, and listed well over $100 worth of hats, I believe, out of there. Dragon Ball GT is where I'm going on Media 5. It's a single disc, so we'll go back to that. That'll be fun. And it's going to be in this stack. I have to figure it out. Maybe it's on top. Dragon Ball GT. That would be wonderful. It's funny how with video games, the last ones that you list are the first ones to sell. It doesn't matter what it is. It seems to be that is what's been going on with ours. That's it. Yep, final bout. Dragon Ball GT, final bout. No idea where we got that loose disc at, but $9.99 plus shipping going out of here. So, easy shipper, easy to deal with there. Media 4, I'm going back for Call of Duty Game Lot, PS3, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, and World at War. Some good games. Good games. Get in the lobbies and, have fun with people, because that's always epic. These 3 here on the shelf. Eek. Don't want to drop the rest of the stuff. I did it, and I didn't drop it. Awesome. So a little 3 bundle, easy shipper. I don't think these sold for a ton. They're usually not worth grabbing because they're slow sellers. to be honest. Real slow sellers. $14.99. We might have had $1 a piece in them. I know that we're not going to spend much on PS3 games. There's not a lot in the PS3 genre that is high dollar, so we don't go out of our way to spend a lot on it. J2, I'm going to go get some Hostess stuff. I'd go for some Hostess stuff right now. Kind of tubby. J2. Oh, hello. Oh, there's Odin. Hi, Odin. Is it one of each? It is one of each. It's one of each of these guys. I sold these at an auction last year, the year before, something like that. And a friend of mine bought them, and then he sold me some stuff, and he couldn't sell them, so he threw them in with the stuff he sold me. They're vintage Hostess Wonder Bread beanies before Beanie Babies were a thing. So they're old, $19.99 plus shipping on them, and that's my last sale for the day. But that's what they are, is vintage. They're older than Beanie Babies, I believe. No, I'm not a liar. 1998. I thought they were older than that. So yeah, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in that auction. So the guy had boxes of them, brand new in the package, and they sold for a little bit of nothing because there were so many of them. It really flooded the market. So I'm not overly excited about the sales this weekend because we didn't sell anything. $622 isn't a great number. Without that one sale of $300 and some odd dollars, we would have really been sucking, and we still might be sucking because we have an $80 sale that might not turn into a sale. It might get cut out. I did go and pick up another parts car over the weekend. You guys know I deal with parts cars. I got this one. This is this is going to be a huge money maker because this guy has electrical gremlins, and as you can see, it is in pretty darn good shape. It's not all rusted out like most of them are, and it's not all beat up like most of them are when I get them. Doggos are saying hello. This one is in pretty solid shape. The body is good. It has no title. Now I have a local junkyard connection, a local towing spot connection that he deals in impounded cars, so he can get rid of cars with no title as long as I provide him a bill of sale and I know that I'm getting them from a non-stolen source. That's the important thing. As long, like this guy, I've known this guy. He's bought tons of parts off of me. I know this isn't a stolen car. He showed me proof of ownership and he wrote me a bill of sale, that kind of thing. Here in the tri-state area, Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, we have had a big issue with title companies where they would do title loans on cars and that they would go out of business and they would still have a lien on the vehicle, but the person, they're no longer in business. The person can't pay off the loan and they can't get their title back, so the car would have a problem with the title and they couldn't get it. And there's a lot of lawsuits going on with that right now, and that's become a very prevalent issue around the area. This particular one, he said he lost his title, physically lost the title. It broke, the car broke down, and it has an electrical gremlin, and he said rather than deal with any of it, he'd just sell it to me. He's done with it. He's ready to move on. He wants to buy a Corvette, so on and so forth. So here we are. I bought this car for $700. It's going to sell, engine, transmission will sell for $1,500 a piece. The supercharger has already sold for $500. I got to get that off and ship it out. The rest of the supercharger kit will sell for $500 because it has stuff like that intercooler in it. The headlights, the bumper. I want to sell the body as a whole, but with no title, that makes it a problem. But this particular bumper would sell for $300. The side skirt's $150, the wing $150, the rear bumper $200, the seats $250, the door panels $100. There's just a whole bunch of little nickel and dime stuff. These are good rims with good tires, $300. A whole bunch of that nickel and dime stuff that will really add up. And total, this car should sell and bring in $4,000 to $5,000 worth of sales off of a $700 fit, $700 investment. So that's going to be a good, trickle out. They get to looking like this, and this is about where this one's going to go see Jesus soon. I need to get like little bits of the suspension off, the brakes off still, and that's about it for this particular one. There's not a lot left on it. Short of that, That one's ready to go see Jesus, as I would say. So that'll go off to the scrap yard. And then even the shell, like just a rough shell like that, is worth $150 at scrap. So there's money in it. I just got to get the little nooks and crannies apart. This one I'm just trickling parts off of. That's where that's at. You can see my other one over there. This is our flip car that I did a video on not too long ago. I'm in the middle of working on it. I need to clean up around it. But this is the life of having a small junkyard into your backyard. So that's kind of it for me today, guys. I'm going to get back inside, get everything packaged and shipped before the mailman gets here. So I will see you on the next one.